Well, good evening. It is about that time. You are on with Big J. Let's talk. Hey, before we begin, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button. Leave a comment. And most of all, if you subscribe with us today, make sure you hit that bell notification so you will be alerted when we upload videos. Good evening to all those who are hearing and listening to this video. All those who have become subscribers, you are amazing. We thank God for you and we do appreciate you. We don't take you for granted. Anything that you would like to see or anything that you don't like that we present, you can let us know in the comment section and we will do better by you. What I want to talk about today is YouTube and understanding how to develop and build your channel. I'm a newbie. I'm only at almost 600 subs. But as you will see, as you're looking on the screen, we'll be at 1,000 maybe by next week. Let me tell you why I say that. I have a blog right now that's been around for 7 years, and that blog is called Real Talk Broadcast Network. And if you Google that, it's high in the Google rankings because I do my SEOs there on everything that I do. So if you Google Real Talk Broadcast Network, you'll see that it's very high in the Google ranking. And I have about maybe 220,000 readers to that blog. So what we're doing now, if you look on the page, I put Real Talk plus YouTube equals subs. All right, and then at the bottom I have equal live stream. Then I have Mail Monkey. So what I'm doing, I've learned to use Mail Monkey starting about 5 years ago. It is an amazing integration tool to use as far as network to bridge the gap between your different social media networks and platforms. What am I saying? I use MailMonkey to create these amazing emails and I send them to everyone in my Real Talk platform, which we have over 25,000 email subscribers. So as you see, the channel has jumped very quick. That's because half of those, and I want to say thank you to those individuals, half of those email subscribers now have become a part of Big J Let's Talk. All right, so that's why we have the Patreon page, because of what I'm redoing on our Patreon page. What happens is we're able to put rewards and gifts on that page for those who become members of our Patreon family. And what that Patreon family does, it allows them to have a monthly fee or subscription. And what that does, it allows them to take part in a part of our social network and what we're doing.
So in this video, we're gonna be going over the top 5 ways that you can promote your channel as a beginner and start to get that initial traction, which is the hardest part about your YouTube journey. Let's go. Number 5 is collaborations. And when you're first starting out, you might be thinking to yourself, but Kevin, why would anyone want to collaborate with me? Well, the answer is because there's a lot of other people starting out as well. There's a lot of people who are in the 0 to 1,000 subscriber range who just want to collab with other interesting people who are going out there and creating content. And the truth is, if you're creating content, you're so much farther ahead than everyone else who's not. Even if you have 1 subscriber, literally 1, that's more than 99.9% of the entire world who just watches YouTube and never actually creates anything themselves. And so when you're just starting out, remember this. Mr. Beast, who's one of the most popular YouTubers in the entire world and is probably the #1 YouTuber when it actually comes to viewership, he created videos for 5 years with almost no one watching them. And then all of a sudden, one day, his videos started to take off. He understood how to do it. The algorithm really started to favor his videos and he absolutely exploded. But if he hadn't have been consistent and he hadn't have actually created those videos over and over and over again for 5 years, he never would have gotten to the point now where he's making over $1 million per month just from YouTube ad revenue. There are people who do want to collaborate with you, and the worst that can possibly happen is people just don't respond or say no and you ask someone else. So number 5, one of the best ways to actually get in front of a brand new audience with the least actual friction is collaborating with other creators. You can find their emails, you can find their social media links in their description oftentimes. So just go out there, reach out to people and set up some collaborations between you and them. And it's a really easy way to expose each other to your respective audiences. Number 4 is SEO. You have to remember that YouTube is owned by...
Allow me to say this. There are some individuals out there, they don't want to be bothered. They don't want you to bother them. Now, they want to use you to be a part of their audience for watch time, but they don't want to be bothered. They don't want you to imitate them. They don't want you to be a part of them. Don't do it. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone, but know the value of the truth for yourself. YouTube is an opportunity. It's a chance for everyone built on trending words, trending information that you can do whatever you want to do. And this is another thing I suggest. I have my corporation is an LLC. Everything that's under your LLC, tie it to that through a DBA. And there's a lot of people who talk a lot on YouTube, but if you search their content or their information, branding, none of it's nowhere. There's no LLC, there's no DBA, but yet they're quick to tell you what to do. So be very careful with individuals. All right? Be very careful. Some people don't want to be bothered. Don't bother them. That's just my opinion.
Google, and Google is literally basically the invention of SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. So you have to remember, when YouTube is first trying to decide what your video is about, they don't know what it's about. And so how they do it is they transcribe your video, they actually see what you're saying, they turn it into text, and then they basically tell the YouTube algorithm what your video is about because of a few things, right? What your title says, what's inside of your description, and then what the words are that you're actually saying inside of your video. They automatically transcribe it. And so you have to understand that YouTube is a machine. It's an algorithm. Millions and millions of different videos to decide what to show to people.
Let me slow down a little bit for you. What he's talking about is SEO, which I talked about, which I do on my blog website. It's called Search Engine Optimization. And Google has what you call keywords. They have something called AdWords. And all of this is for their algorithm, so they'll know what to place in the top, in the middle, and at the end. So if your content is not conducive with the algorithm that comes through the SEOs, you won't be ranked. So what you want to do is rank. That's why I said, if you Google Real Talk Broadcast Network, you'll see that my SEO work has done great over the last 3 or 4 years. Now I'm doing the same thing with YouTube, SEO. There's a couple of applications you can get. One is called TubeBuddy. I think the cheapest you can pay for that is a month is $4.99. It's worth it. Another one is called vidIQ. vidIQ. All right. Then the last one that I use is called Keyword something by Google. And let me explain what these do. When any page I go to on YouTube, I can see what their SEO is. I can see what their ranking is. I can see what their keywords, how they're doing, and see what that does for you. That does not cause you to imitate what they're doing. It lets you know that certain words are not good for the algorithm. Then it lets you know that certain words are good. So you want to make sure you grab TubeBuddy. Also do vidIQ. All right. There's another one called Keywords. All three of those work together. It's a small fee, but it's totally worth it because it allows you to even make the proper thumbnail. It even tells you what their thumbnail SEOs will be. All that, it works together. Let me get back to him for you. I'm sorry.
And so you have to understand how to use that algorithm to your advantage, which is why you want to go out there and optimize your title and your description and everything about your video to take advantage of SEO and to leverage the algorithm social media. And so what you can do with social media is you can join relevant Facebook groups. So for example, if you're going to make a YouTube channel about e-commerce or Amazon FBA or Facebook ads or whatever the case may be, there's a lot of different Facebook groups specifically about those topics that you can join, and you can literally help people with their questions. And then if they have more questions, you can share your relevant because you learn what your actual target market is interested in and has questions about. And you also can start to actually recruit some subscribers by sharing your particular content. And then if they find it valuable, comment on other channels or actually join their live streams and comment there. One thing that you'll see is a lot of YouTubers actually comment on relevant YouTube videos. So if you wanted to make a cooking channel, then you want to subscribe to all of the major cooking channels and engage with people in comments. Say, this is an awesome idea. I also have the top 10 recipes about how to make the best pasta or donuts or whatever the actual content is about on my channel. Come and check it out, right? And you don't want to be spamming, your links and things like that on other people's channels. But if you're actually leaving helpful, relevant comments to the video itself, and you do actually have other valuable content that those viewers might also enjoy watching, then it makes a lot of sense to engage in the comments and in the live streams of other YouTubers who are making content similar to that. Best strategy to promote your YouTube channel in 2019 is, you guessed it, consistency. If you are consistent and if you release at least 2 quality proven videos per week, you will make it as a YouTuber. And so what do I mean by proven? Well, proven means that you take concepts that YouTube has proven to be successful and you recreate those concepts with your own spin and your own twist and your own personality and passion and energy. So what you can do is you can go and look up videos in your niche about cooking or gardening.
What you've been on with Big J. Let's talk. I hope that we're bringing you content conducive to your understanding and making you say, you know what, I can do that too. Because I believe the narrative suggests that this is about one people becoming one with ourselves to take it to another level. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. Have a great day. You've been on with Big J again.